This is how we do a split squat. We're gonna make sure we have our glute pad out. We're gonna start in a lunge position right on top of the pad here. I wanna start at this bottom position just to teach. We're gonna make sure that this knee is stacked over my ankle. So I'm gonna slide my foot out in the front a little bit. We're gonna get 90 degrees at all the angles. 90 at this knee, and these hips. From here, we're gonna just have the hands on the stomach. We're gonna take a deep breath in, and then we're gonna blow out and push away. Take a deep breath in as we come down and touch the pad. Come back up. Down, touch, come back up. From the front, it's gonna look like this. We're gonna start down on the pad just to make sure we get the right angles to teach at first. And then we're gonna come back up, touch the pad, come back up. All we're doing here is making sure that we just tap the pad and come back up. Really simple exercise. That's how we do a split squat. Couple common mistakes with our split squat. The reason we teach it from the floor is so that we can really emphasize, hey, this knee needs to be stacked over the ankle. And we can control this right now. I should be able to take off from this position right away. Here, come back down. Sometimes people will overuse their knee. So they're gonna rock forward, they're gonna push through here, and their weight's gonna be coming forward as they come down. A lot of stress in the front of the knee also makes it all quad dominant. We just wanna pull it back and teach them knee over ankle the whole time. If they really struggle with that, we can use an object or our hand that we can place in front of them. Say we're right here, and I want the knee not to go forward. I'm gonna say, don't touch my hand as they drive forward. So, don't touch my hand, I'm gonna do a split squat, and that's gonna try and keep them away from my knee the whole time. The second most common thing is we're gonna lean forward during this. This bottom position, they might be weak through their quads, so they're gonna try and use their glute a lot, so they're gonna lean forward and come up here. And it's gonna turn very heavily into a hip dominant exercise rather than a knee dominant exercise. So we're just gonna pull them back. We may introduce a goblet squat position. We're gonna put it right on that sternum. We're gonna say, hey, you gotta stay totally upright. Come up, come back down, okay? The third thing from the front is they're gonna turn that toe in. What I don't wanna see is that much internal rotation on the hip. So if they're doing this, we're just gonna tell them, hey, point that toe forward. Even slightly out's okay, but never letting them in. A lot of our dancers will do this because they're so used to being in that position. And a lot of our softball pitchers will do it as well. With the goblet squat position, so we're going to introduce load with the goblet position on the split squat whenever they're ready for load. We want to exhaust the goblet position as long as possible. Even giving them the weight ourselves because it's too heavy for them to get into position is okay. As soon as they can't hold it, we'll split to 2. But it's gonna be a lot longer than they are willing to tell you. We're gonna exhaust the goblet position by making sure that we get as much upper back strength out of it as long as possible. So just make sure when you're coaching and kids are like, oh, I can't hold it anymore, make sure that's actually true. And that's all the common mistakes. That's all you need to know about split squat.